Und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge. Also, willkommen zu einem Stream. Heute spielen wir mit dem Stanley Parable. Falls ihr den ersten Part nicht gesehen habt, also es funktioniert eigentlich recht einfach. Nämlich der Typ sagt uns so, ich glaube, es ist egal. Ja, super. Auf jeden Fall, der sagt uns halt, was wir machen müssen. Und wir können halt entweder sagen, okay, warte. Und der sagt uns halt, was wir machen müssen. Und entweder machen wir halt das, was er sagt, oder nicht. Und es sind halt zwei komplett andere Sachen, die dann passieren. Das ist verrückt. Warum starte ich wieder von neuem?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Was
it
soll
mean?
das?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Das ist schlecht. Also, sehr schlecht.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Wir gehen
open
jetzt mal
doors, this
rechts,
was
weil letztes
not
Mal
the
sind wir
correct
links
way to the
gegangen.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hä, wie
Truly a
komisch.
room worth
Warum muss ich
admiring,
jetzt wieder
but
komplett
eager
neu
to get
starten?
back to business, Stanley took
Als
the
ob das
first
Spiel nicht
open
irgendwie
door on his
speichert oder so.
left.
Wir nehmen es jetzt mal nicht.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Tote Sache. Warum muss ich jetzt nochmal neu anfangen?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Was regt
mean?
mich so auf?
Stanley
Ja,
decided to go to the meeting room.
Dann
Perhaps
jetzt
he had
einfach alles
simply missed a
anders
memo.
als beim letzten Mal. Ja? Alles genau anders. Das Ding,
When Stanley
also hier
came
sind
to a
wir
set
halt
of two open doors, this was not
links
the
gegangen.
correct way to the meeting
Ja, hallo.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Wir sind
well.
halt
Perhaps he
erstmal
wanted
links
to
gegangen,
stop
das
by
heißt,
the
wir müssen,
employee lounge
also
first,
gehen jetzt
just to
rechts.
admire it. Wow.
Genau.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ich werde nicht links gehen.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years
Okay.
ago.
Geh ich jetzt. Ja.
Look, Stanley, I
Das
think
schon
perhaps
mal,
we've
oder?
gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult,
Ist das
but the
interessieren,
fact
dahin
is
zu
that the
gehen?
story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone...
Wir gehen hier.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince
Wir
you
machen
of
nicht
this,
alles
but I
genau
really
anders, wie
do
der
want
sagt.
to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Also genau
let me
anders.
prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Und wir gehen durch die blaue, Jungs.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley
Okay,
walked
blah, blah.
through the red door.
No,
I
no,
still
no.
don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
Blaue
walked
Tür.
through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Wo gilt das?
You see? There's nothing here.
Das ist mal grau.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken
Thank you.
rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
Oh.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Warte mal. Gehen wir jetzt nicht. Ich gehe jetzt einfach durch links. Was sagt er jetzt? Oh.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Schade. Ja, gehe ich halt als Lila.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Nee, Bruder.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, fuck.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's that, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Was? Kommt jetzt ein neues Spiel? Was ist das denn, Digga?
Fascinating. What do you
Wir
think
haben
this game is
extra
about,
Spiele
Stanley?
entwickelt.
What's our backstory? What is
Wenn
our
man einen
motivation?
Part nicht in seinem Spiel macht,
Well, it seems obvious
Hier
to me
hin's
that
kommt.
you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Ja, sieht doch viel besser aus. Was das Spiel sein wird, wie gesagt.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Was? Warum sieht das aus wie das Teil von Shrek,
It is.
Alter?
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Warum?
Okay, I think
Warum sucht der
this will be just the thing.
David? Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Was
Just a
zur
nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley,
warte.
if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Den kann ich doch safe runterfahren, oder?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Ich kann auch
There are
nicht
lots of
sprinten oder
cars
irgendwas
here in
in
the
der
back,
Art,
but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Hauptsache, warum darf er das? Oh, ich bin schnell, tough. Ich bin auf jeden Fall schneller als davor. Warum kann ich nicht einfach Auto fahren? Ja.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Ah, lustig. Das ist interessant. Die rollen einfach von alleine ins Tor.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Ja.
Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Ziemlich.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Das ist ja verrückt. Das ist ja komplett anders als das letzte Mal. Was passiert, wenn ich selber ins Tor laufe? Würde mich interessieren. Was passiert, wenn ich das mache? Weil der Ball ist so mir jetzt runtergerollt. Ich?
Hold on. What are you doing?
Was geht ab? Was soll denn jetzt ab?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Gehen wir mal hier lang. I guess das war nicht der Way. Ich sehe halt gar nichts mehr. Das ist besser. Gehen wir hier lang. Okay. Alter, das ist verrückt, wie viele Optionen hier geplant werden. Oh mein Gott, hier ist Licht, hier ist Licht. Ah, so ist nur ein Fenster. Ja, klar. Okay. Schade. Was soll passieren? Zur Hölle? Was ist das hier? Ich hab keine Ahnung, was ich mache. Warum sieht das aus wie Five Nights at Freddy's hier? Was zur Hölle?
I wonder what he
Was ist denn jetzt
found.
passiert?
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Okay.
The end will be here soon.
Super.
Very soon. I can wait.
Warum will ich so lange aufs Ende warten, oder? Kann ja auch gar nichts machen. Es lädt. Was ist das Ende? Was geht denn jetzt ab? Hä? Was zur Hölle? Bin ich wieder hier?
All of his co-workers
Ach, lol.
What could it
Okay.
mean?
Also ich habe jetzt nicht ein Ende
Perhaps simply missed a memo.
Okay. Neuer Inhalt?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Bitte sag, ich kann mal endlich springen, ja. Das regt mich schon die ganze Zeit so geistkrank auf, dass ich nicht springen kann. Okay. Was soll überhaupt neue Inhalte heißen?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Nein.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Interessant.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Bin echt gespannt.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Ja. Ich hoffe, dass man springt.
All right.
Oh mein Gott, man kann springen.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, ist das gut. Ich springe wirklich. Wie tot. Ich kann auch nur im Kreis springen. Nee. Aber ich jetzt fast. Dauernd so zu springen. Also, gleich kann ich ja doch springen. Nee, ich glaube, ich kann noch nicht springen. Schade. Nee, das kann
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
Nein.
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Tot. Aber was geht denn jetzt ab?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Alter. So geil. So geisteskrank auf der Lorenz kommt.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Ach,
just our little secret.
Was ist das denn?
Take a look.
Oh my God.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation, boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the Memory Zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Ach du Heilige.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Ach du Heilige.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, his preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I got from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did.
Scheiße, ich hab's lesen können.
Yeah. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as stir... What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Oh my God.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Skip, yes. Oh, skip button.
And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Boah,
Back. Oh my goodness, I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week or 2 weeks.
Ach du Heilige. Was höre ich hier?
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about our...
Wird so. Ach du Heilige, was geht? Irgendwo ist ein Licht. Das ist doch nicht da. Und wer redet nicht mehr? Oh. Nein. Das hat schon nicht. Alter, was ist das denn? Beschränkt.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
Ja, aber ich kann ja nicht was anderes machen. Ich muss ja sogar den Knopf drücken.
The end is never the end, 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 is never...
Tschüss. Ich meine, es gibt... Oh, es gibt... So, ich muss ja High-Key-mäßig überspringen eigentlich. Ach du. Kacke, ein Lieblingslied. Naja, und sonst ist es eigentlich nicht mehr gelesen. Überspringen wir mal. Naja, super. Oh, Licht. Aber man kann nichts sehen. Schade. Also ich kann wahrscheinlich eh noch nicht raus. Okay. Ach, du Kacke. Oh mein Gott, ich kann endlich was sehen. Damn. Verrückt. Ah, es sind drüben hier. Überspringen noch. Ich muss so lange überspringen, weil ich gleich rauslaufe, gerade mäßig. Sag ich das nicht kann. Ach, du Kacke. Das ist. Ah, das ist wieder komplett dunkel, was da drin ist. Aber bisher ist das sehr cool gemacht, das Spiel, muss ich sagen. Ich sehe den Kratz nicht mal mehr. Ich glaube, der leuchtet nicht mehr, kann ich. Ah, doch. Oh, jetzt muss ich da. Jetzt komme ich raus. Kann ich nochmal drauf? Vielleicht. Ja, das war's. Okay. Dann muss ich wohl jetzt raus. Ja. Oh, Alter, tut meine Augen weh. Okay. Ich hab gar keine Lust mehr. Vielleicht kann ich es doch wieder überspringen. Aber es. Nee, der leuchtet auch nicht mehr. Ich glaube, ich kann nicht überspringen. Aber. Naja. Man kann hier jetzt unendlich lang laufen, mäßig. Oh. Das wird. Ja, und das lädt. Na klar. Das wird. Oh. Okay, Jungs. Das war's für heute. Lasst doch gerne ein Abo und ein Like da. Wir sehen uns dann bald bei einem neuen Stream, neuen Video. Bis bald. Haut rein, Leute. Ciao.